10. Okay, so we're back live, simultaneous on both phones. And we're moving on to the second to the last of group number 6 audio recordings. And just the same as I've always said, group number 6 solidifies group 5 and expands and expounds on group 5. So again, this conversation is between myself, Stephen Michael Brooker, the plaintiff, and Heather Ann Seabolt, the defendant. And again, it was recorded on December 8th, 2018, 10 days before she left the third time, December 18th, 2018. And I'm just showing you that, this is the inside of my device. This is in my audio recordings. And so this is personal, private information that nobody has ever had access to. I'm personally giving you personal access to by making this copy right here of the original right here. And right here, I'm just recording myself make the copy of the original. So the original is always going to be mine. The copy is for the plaintiff and her counsel. And the one I'm recording with the phone in my hand is for the courts and Your Honor. So, without any further ado, here we go. Voice number 038. Voice 38.
Be good. What? It's a cup. You got a cup right there. Well, switch cups. Switch. Grab that one. A cup is a cup, kid. They're fighting over freaking cups. It's Freedom's cup. It's Honor's cup. Finish our discussion now? Yeah. All joking aside or whatever, like when you get back or whatever, you should. Maybe not should, could, whatever, but smoke. For your nerves, for your stress, for your anxiety. I'm just saying. Either way, it's just my opinion or suggestion or an option or whatever. I know you smoke with Landon or whatever. I'm not suggesting that. He's just a kid, but I'm saying for yourself in general. I'm not saying smoke all heavy like that or like for those reasons and purposes, but I'm saying. You say I'm probably the only person that could smoke him under the table, but you see how little I smoke. Yeah. You see how often I rarely smoke. Seriously, in all seriousness. You know what I mean? I have irritable bowel syndrome that I've had since I was 17. That it regulates. I have insomnia and PTSD since I was 26. That it regulates my PTSD and allows me to sleep. It helps with my insomnia, like medicine, with no side effects. I mean, you see that. You know that. And, I don't do it around them, you know what I mean? I do it, when they're sleeping, things like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like I said, A, how little, and B, how few or how often, basically. It's pretty rare, and it's used in a medicinal purpose. In that sense is why I said what I said for stress, anxiety, nerves, whatever. It's the only thing that helps with all three of my disorders, or any and all. And I don't do it around them, use it around them, let them see anything ever.
No.
You know? Anyways, tomorrow, 10, you ready to go? Sure.
I forgot. Dang it, again. So these are the transcripts that I made of these recordings. And yesterday I did the first 4 recordings and then remembered them. So then I read those 4 transcripts, and then I read the 5th transcript, and then I recorded the 5th video, and then I had these 3 left. Or then I read these 3 transcripts for these 3 videos, and I had these 3 left. Now I just shot 1.5 of them already, but I was going to kind of like do this along with it and read it along with it. Just like I forgot before I did the first 4, and then read the 4, and then I read the 1 and did the 1. Now I did half of these, and there's half to go. But, since I already read all 3 of these on the last recording before I started these, I'm not going to go back and redo it all. I did read them. They're all there. It's on the whole entire recorded video just before the video I just made of 37. So the video after 36 and before 37 would just be all transcripts of these last 3 recordings. So even though I'm not going to read the 1.5 I just passed, I am going to read this 1.5 that is still left. Okay, so at the 5-minute 30-second mark to the 6-minute mark, I have a couple of notes here. I say, the kids and deserve to have love and attention and affection 24/7, and she says, yeah. And I say, honor and freedom need and deserve to have the right to have a permanent mom, and she says, yeah. And the 6-minute mark to the 7-minute mark, I also have a couple notes. She says, I was never taught how to be a mom. And I said, you were raised by a narcissist. She said, yeah. And I said, you were raised by a narcissist who was raised by a narcissist, right or wrong? And she replied, you're right. And then on the 7-minute mark to the 7.5-minute mark, I have a couple more notes. I talk about Mama, Peggy Hurl, being the enabler, that she spoiled Heather after Heather's mother abandoned Heather. Regina Siebold abandoned Heather Siebold. And then I say, right or wrong? And she says, right. That's right. I said, you're the one who said that, right? And she said, yeah. Okay, so from the 7-minute mark to the 7.5-minute mark, She says she's not sure if she still has the text message that she messaged me or sent me, but yes, the answer is yes. She is the one that said that Mama is the enabler. And that's in the videos recorded here in my text messages as well. I still have the text. So I have a few notes here from the 7.5 minute mark to the 8.5 minute mark. She has narcissistic abuse syndrome, narcissistic tendencies. See the pattern? Heather was abandoned by her mother and raised by a millionaire who spoiled her after her abandonment. So that's where she gets the sense of entitlement. Everything is just rightfully hers. It's just hers, hers, hers. That's just the way that it is. She just feels that she's entitled to whatever she wants. So there's where the sense of entitlement comes from. Mama spoiling her. Abandonment is neglect and abuse. Abandonment is abuse by neglect. And Heather Ann Seabolt is guilty of neglect and abuse of honor and freedom. And she is not fit to be a mother of any child. From the 8.5 minute mark to the 9 minute mark, I have a couple of notes here. I say, did I kick you out? And she says, no. And I say, did I kick you out last time? And she says, no, no. And I say, did I kick you out after you came back for Christmas? After you were here 45 days? And she says, no. And I say, Halloween, as in, did I kick you out on Halloween? And she replied, no. And then I said, ever? As in, did I ever kick you out any of these 3 times that you left and abandoned your children? And her response was no. No, no, no. I did not kick her out on Halloween. I did not kick her out on January 19th, 2018. And I did not kick her out when she left 10 days after this conversation on December 18th, 2019. And the Halloween is obviously October 31st, but it was 2017 the year before. Just if I didn't include the year. Okay, and so from the 9 minute mark until the 9:30 mark, I have a couple of notes. I said, you know that they're safe, right? Taken care of, right? Provided for, right? And she says, right. They're safe, they're taken care of, and they're provided for. And she says, right. Right, right, right. So I asked her those questions, is the kid safe with me? And she's in agreement and says, right, yes, they're safe with you. And this is saying taken care of and provided for. And the answer is, she agrees, yes, they're safe, taken care of, and provided for. Yes, that's right, yes. So I said, how about discipline? Is discipline too much? And she says, no, it's not too much. And I say, is it too little? And she says, no. And I say, is it just right? And she says, yeah. So you're about to hear this for yourself in just a minute. From the 9:30 mark to the 10 minute and 23 second mark, I say, am I fair as a single father and full-time mother with Irish twins? And she says, yeah. And I say, the number one thing that you say that no one can ever take from me is that I'm not a liar. Right? And she says, right. She said that 2, 3 times, 3 or 4 times at the pilot. The last recording on the 26th, the third recording on September 26th, 2018, she said that about 3 times. That the one thing no one can take from me is that I am not a liar. The one thing that no one can take from me is that I am not a liar. The one thing that no one can take from me is that I am not a liar. So there's those transcripts that I wanted to read. And let's continue with the video.
You see, everything I've told you has been true.
Yeah.
I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, right? Better than you thought or imagined, right? And I know you can't do it 24/7. Just like you just said. Or before we came up, not just now, but I mean, just saying in general. That's what you said. That's why we come up here to talk, right? But that's what I'm saying is what they need and what they deserve is 24/7. And so I have to have the right to find someone to do that and then know it's permanent and let them have what they need and deserve. Right? Which is a mom, right?
Dude, I was never taught how to be a mom.
I know. You were raised by a narcissist. That's not your fault. That's her mom's fault. She's also a narcissist. Right or wrong?
You're right.
And the people that took care of him was Mama and Barbar. Which Mama was the enabler. Is that right or wrong?
That's right.
You're the one that said you see that. You're the one that said that, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a text anymore. I don't think.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, first it's abandoned and then it's spoiled, and that's what creates a narcissist. Any child that's left when they're 3 years old and then gets spoiled for 15 and a Facebook at 13 or anything like that, it's going to create a narcissist. There's no empathy left.
At least I do it a little bit.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and I'm not talking about you specifically. This is what I'm saying is you have narcissistic abuse syndrome, and you have narcissistic tendencies and traits from being basically abused, basically. Abandonment is abuse, I don't give a shit. Silent treatment is abuse. It hurts people. Kills people's brains. You understand that? The ghosting, the disappearing acts, the gaslighting, all that. Trying to make people think I'm crazy, flying monkeys telling their stories, you know what I mean? Don't go down there and tell everybody I'm a liar and I kicked you out. Hey, am I kicking you out?
No.
Did I kick you out last time?
No.
After the 25 days you came back?
No.
I mean, after the 55 days you came back for 25 days? How about the first time on Halloween?
No.
Did I throw you out of here? Have I ever kicked you out?
No.
In the 3 times that you're leaving?
No.
You know they're safe. Right? Taken care of, right? Provided for, right?
Right.
How about discipline? Is it too much?
No.
Is it too little?
No.
Is it just right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, am I fair? As a single father and full-time mother, I mean, kids that ain't even 13 months apart. And the one thing you said that nobody could take from me is I'm not a liar, right?
Right.
So now you hear it from the horse's mouth, herself. Straight from the horse's mouth, you heard it. Have I ever kicked you out any of the 3 times that you left here? No. So not only did she admit that I never kicked her out of any of the 3 times that she left here, but she also admitted that she left here 3 times, not 2. So I never kicked her out twice, but she has abandoned her children 3 times. And they don't even know who she is. They don't even know that she exists. They don't remember before 2 and 3 and 3 and 4. And they're 5 and 6 now, and they're going to be 6 and 7 soon. So they don't know her. They've never known her their whole life. That's what I'm saying. In their whole existence of all of their lives, they do not know this stranger. They do not know this person. They do not know this woman. They do not know Heather Ann Seabolt as mom, mommy, mother, or nothing. Not mama or nothing. They don't know her. So for me to have taken care of my children for 6 and 7 years now, and after 6 and 7 years of taking care of my children, it is not in their best interest to be introduced to this strange person and told by another strange person that this is your mother. It's going to do mental health damage to my children. And considering that, they have their lives to live, as in growing up and growing older and growing smarter and growing stronger, it's going to make them weaker, and it's going to hinder their ability to become smarter in the sense of they're going to become disinterested in learning, which they're so interested in learning. School is so amazing. I don't want their schoolwork and their smarts and ability to be taken away because they're focused and paying attention in their mind, spaced out somewhere else of dreamland of, oh, what about this person? And where did she go again? And she's not here again. And all of the things that a 6 and 7-year-old would think in their head for being introduced forcefully against their will and told this person is whatever. Meanwhile, while I'm ripped away for the whole 2-hour visit, they've never spent any time away from me in the sense of forcefully. Never, not once. So you just heard it for yourself. There is no danger here with the kids. She just said that. They are safe with me. She said that. Punishment is not overboard. She just said that. It's not too underboard. She said that. It's just right. Punishment is just right. The taking care, provided for the safety and well-being of my children is just right. And you heard it straight from the horse's mouth herself that she did not get kicked out of here the 2 times that she just claimed in this affidavit that she perjured, but rather she neglected and abused her children 3 times. She's abused them via neglect through abandoning them 3 times, which you just openly heard her admit herself right out of her own mouth. This is the reasons of why this case deserves to be dismissed with prejudice. This is the reason why that myself and my children deserve a 5-year civil protection order from Heather Ann Seabolt and any third party, including Attorney Reed. And this is why that my children deserve the justice of this woman learning the lesson of you cannot just go and do this over and over and over and over and over and over, filing illegal paperwork, filing 2 illegal affidavits 3 times, filing them to be reallocated twice, and dismissing it herself once in the sense of these complaints were satisfied when I let her back in my life because she knows that they're not true. It's a ploy to get back to me. And whether it's that way this time or not, it doesn't matter because she would still the same, just be doing it to hurt me. None of this is in the best interest of my children. The best interest of my children is that this woman serves 12 months behind bars in a state penitentiary, Marysville prison, if you will, whatever that it may be, that she learns her lesson and serves 4 years PRC, post-release control, 4 years. The minimum of 12 months. I want this woman prosecuted. I will personally press charges and fill out all the truths with all of my videos and whatever affidavit that I need to sign and file whatever motion that I need to sign with whatever prosecutor or whoever it needs to be done so that this is done. She needs to serve time. Okay, so I'm going to stop the video in my hand that are all Exhibit B's. And I'm going to restart the video in my hand that are all Exhibit B's. So I can stop Exhibit A here and restart Exhibit A for the very last video of 78 videos of evidence. Because I've shown you. It has manifested itself to you. It has been made manifest to you. It's apparent. You know. You are aware now. So, it definitely has been made manifest to you.